So when we were researching for my book, Get Funded Now, and as part of that, our company was doing these funding readiness workshops across the country for entrepreneurs. We realized that one of the biggest problems that entrepreneurs face is funding. Most of them do not know where to go or who their ideal investor will be. What they'll end up doing is wandering from, startup event to startup event, just being part of the crowd. They can't afford, investment bankers, lead managers to take them to the market. They're not at that stage. It's just not affordable for them. So I started thinking, how do I solve this problem? Because I met these mass of people at funding and startup events where all they were doing was standing in the crowd and listening to boring speeches. Or they were doing meaningless networking, shaking hands, and you look at it, the way a startup event advertises itself. It says, we will have 1,000 delegates, 100 speakers, and maybe 100 investors. In 8 hours, do you really expect an entrepreneur to shake 1,400 hands before he or she finds the perfect match? It's just not going to happen. And if they try to get into one-on-one meetings, again, they don't know who their ideal investor will be and whether they are in the investment mode or not. And that process of fixing meetings, sending mails, just too long. So we thought we'll set up something that is serious, something that makes sense, something that's effective, and something actually that gets the job done for the entrepreneurs. So we set up India Fund Fest. What we do over here is that anybody who applies, they can apply for free, and after that, we filter them out. So for example, right now, in the first 4 weeks, with 3 weeks still to go, we have 3,000 applications, out of which we have filtered about 312 odd, a number that will go up to about 500. For these 500, on a paid basis, we will produce something called a funding readiness report, something that's never been done before at this scale, which is that our experts, people like myself, across 11 criteria, will analyze these companies to see if they're actually funding ready, if their idea has potential, if they have the team, if they have the execution skills, if there is a play for an investor to make or not. After that report is delivered, and that report is both a qualitative report as well as a quantitative report compared to their peer group. So it's pretty useful. For the entrepreneur itself, it's pretty useful. And investors love the report because it gives them some degree of confidence that, the due diligence has been done, the party is genuine, and there is some real potential out there. Based on these 500 reports is where our eminent jury picks up 50 most fundable ideas if they find 50. If they don't find 50, there'll be fewer. We'll pick up the 50 most fundable ideas, put them on stage in Bangalore on 12th May, in front of 100 to 200 interested investors. I say interested because they would have read the funding readiness report and come. They would know that they're interested to invest here. They know what to expect. They know everything is genuine. In this event in Bangalore, where these 50 startups will pitch and answer questions, there will be no crowds, no speeches, no useless networking, no sponsors, just no distraction. The only thing that matters in this event is that people get funded. And that's all we stand there for.